What is up, Galaxians? Welcome to another episode of Galaxy CDs, Rocks, and Flips. If you are new to the channel, my name is Ryan, and I am a full-time reseller, part-time YouTuber, and podcaster working out of my home here in the greater Cincinnati area, and this channel is all about the flip life. In today's episode, we're going to talk about USPS delays and recap some pretty cool what sold on eBay action. Let's start with the bad news. If you have shipped anything in the last 2 or 3 weeks or ordered anything in the last 2 or 3 weeks that is going through the United States Postal Service, you are experiencing some massive, massive delays. I know there are some folks who seem to think it's localized to just their particular area, but I currently have on my screen here Google News updates, and I just did a search for USPS delays, and it's literally headline after headline from all over the country. So customers using USPS say delayed packages are just sitting in Louisville. Birmingham Post Office experiencing delays due to COVID-19. Trucks lined up outside U.S. Postal Service Mail Distribution Center in Allen Park, which is in Michigan. Missouri man's packages at a standstill collecting dust at USPS facility due to Postal Service delays. And on and on and on. Lost packages, delays, USPS shipping and mail delivery issues continue as holiday gift shopping kicks into high gear. That's from Greensboro. Truck drivers report waiting more than 15 hours at the post office. That's from Cleveland, Ohio. And in Chicago, people are hurting, residents upset after delays in mail delivery. So this is pretty widespread, and it's a function of obviously several things. Number one, the COVID-19 pandemic has got a lot of folks either off work for being ill or being quarantined for having been exposed. So work shortages in terms of staff are fairly significant. I've experienced this at my local post office, which several days last week was forced to close early because there just wasn't the staff to keep the place open, which obviously is really problematic. I've got probably 40 or 45 shipments that have not been scanned since their initial acceptance scan, which took place nearly 2 weeks ago. A couple items from those drop-offs have actually already been delivered, and that was the only other scan they got. So I'm hopeful that some of these items are actually in circulation and on their way to their destination and just aren't being scanned appropriately. Whatever the issue, delays are significant and are happening everywhere. So let me know in the comments, are you experiencing these delays? What, if anything, are you doing about it? There's really not a whole lot you can do. You can look at other shipping options, but there's really nothing as cost-effective for most of the smaller items that we ship. I've seen some sellers that are sending out kind of preemptive messages to all of their buyers saying, hey, just in case you weren't aware, USPS is experiencing significant delays. Your package may arrive later than you expect. But it's going to be really interesting, especially over the next 10 days or so, as shipment volume ramps up to its peak, how USPS manages to get through it. Like I said, I've got a ton of stuff that has not received any scans, so I'm a little nervous. But let me know in comments how you're faring with USPS and what's going on in your world. On to some better news. Assuming that these items actually get delivered and stay sold, these will represent what was, if you caught my podcast over the weekend, the best single week I've ever had on eBay. So let's just get it kicked right off with what sold on eBay. So first up, I've got this United States Air Force Senior NCO Academy mug. This is a really nice ceramic mug with a 22 karat gold trim right around the brim. Really nice looking mug. I picked this up at a garage sale over the summer for 50 whole cents, sold for $12.99 plus shipping. This went priority mail, so it'll be interesting to see if this is something that actually gets priority and gets to its destination pretty quickly. A lot of the stuff I ship is media mail, and that seems to be where a lot of the hangups are. Next up, 2-book set. This was part of a larger set. I only got 2 of the volumes, George Washington in the American Revolution and George Washington and the New Nation. So this was 2 volumes of a multi-volume set. This was part of the big 2,500 book lot, so I own these for a combined total of 50 cents. Sold for $29.99 with free shipping. Another book, Greek Fire, Poison Arrows and Scorpion Bombs. This is a book about kind of ancient, I guess, chemical and biological warfare. This is another one that I thought about, man, I should probably pull this out and take a look at it myself, but listed it for $29.99 and sold it within a week. Celebration of Flyer Basketball, the Dayton Flyers, University of Dayton. This is a sealed DVD. This was in a lot of books and movies that I bought back in early fall. I paid $100 for, gosh, I don't know, it was probably 200-300 items. This item was new and sealed. I'm just finally getting around to getting into some of the really backstock stuff I've got out in the garage. I listed this last week, $32.99, free shipping, and sold it in 24 hours. Another book, A House of Many Mansions, The History of Lebanon Reconsidered. Sold this for $33 on a best offer. I think I had it listed for $35.99. Hardcover with dust jacket, book about the history of Lebanon. A lot of the Mideast books that were in the big 2,500 book lot that I got are actually doing really, really well. So that might be something to watch for. A CD, Giant Steps, The Book of Pride. This is from 1988. It's a fairly unusual CD. A lot of these were selling historically in that kind of $30 to $45 range. I tried this one at auction and didn't get any bids, so I listed it for $39.99 or best offer. Got an offer last week for $33.99 with free shipping and went ahead and got it out of here. Another CD that I kind of went through the same process on, the Ward Brothers, The Madness of It All from 1986. This is another one that's out of print. Was from that big 8,000 CD lot, so I own it for about 3.5 cents. I had listed this at auction starting at, I believe, $29.99. Did not get any bids, so I listed it, buy it now at $49.99 or best offer. Got an offer of $40, and it is hopefully on its way. It's out of my warehouse anyway. This next item, this is a group of books. I showed last week or 2 weeks ago how sometimes I will lot up books that are not worth a whole bunch individually into groups of 2 or 3 to try to maximize my profit potential on them. Here's a case where a customer bought not 1, not 2, but 3 sets of books that I had lotted up. It ended up being 6 books total for $43.97 with free shipping. So I saved a ton of money on the shipping because this, of course, all went out in one package. So it cost me $7 to ship instead of each individual book, probably costing about $3. So this was a nice flip. These books I own for $0.25 a piece. So 6 of them was $1.50, and it went for essentially $44. Another book also from that big lot, Rockefeller Internationalists, The Man Who Misrules the World. This is a first printing from 1952, was in really good shape, had its dust cover. The dust cover actually had a plastic protector on it, so this was a pretty clean version of this book. Sold for full asking price, $59.99 with free shipping. I showed over the last couple of weeks some damaged books that I had sold, and I did that again last week. I put some books that were atlases and map books up at auction. I had one buyer that bid on multiple books. He actually ended up winning 3 different atlases. The Rand McNally and Company New Ideal State and County Survey Atlas from 1909 went for $15.50 plus shipping. An antique 1899 pictorial atlas illustrating the Spanish-American War. That went for $11.58 plus shipping. And then Cram's Universal Atlas, Geographical, Astronomical, and there was something else, and I don't remember what else the title was, from 1898. That one ended up going for $77.82 plus shipping. So all told, this ended up being a really big sale. All 3 of these were won by the same individual. So I was able to pack them all up in one box and kind of maximize my profit a little bit that way. Really nice sale. All 3 of these books were damaged. All 3 of them were missing pages, and they still brought, on average, really, really good money. So don't hesitate to put up especially old vintage antique books, as long as you're disclosing what the damage is. I had one person reach out and ask on the Crams Universal Atlas how many pages were missing. I shot him a message and I said, it's this, this, and this. And I don't know if it's the same person that ended up winning these or not, but these old books, there's gold in them thar hills, as they say. So I was working through that big lot of 2,500 books, and I came across a box that had not one, not two, but 3 sets of this 1894 Great Men and Famous Women. It's an 8-volume set of pencil sketches from that era. Really cool book. Sketches of famous people from the era, politicians, actors, actresses, and so on. Really, really cool stuff. Like I said, 3 sets of these. I listed them last week. 2 of those sets have actually already sold for $99.99 with free shipping. So again, 8 books at 25 cents a piece. This cost me $2 a lot and sold for $100 with free shipping. Shipping on these media mail was $16 and some change, plus of course the cost of the box and the materials. So not too hateful for a set this size. Again, given the USPS delays and that media mail is fairly low on the totem pole, I'm hopeful that these get delivered in time for Christmas, but I'm not totally convinced that that's actually going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully these things stay sold, but it's a bit of a crapshoot right now. And now the flip of the week. This is a set that I bought at an estate sale back in the summer. I paid $1 a book for this set. It's 25 books total, so I've got $25 in the whole thing. The History of Nations, complete 25-volume set from 1913. This was the Ghent edition. There were multiple different editions of this book. Sold for $300 plus shipping. Really, really nice sale. These were really interesting books in great condition. I've had it listed, like I said, since the summer, and now that we've gotten into the holiday season, somebody took a flyer on this. I had them listed, I think, for $349.99 or best offer. I got an offer of $300. I own them for $25, so of course I took that offer and got these on their way. These actually shipped in 2 boxes just because of the size and weight. Cost me about $32 total for shipping. I had charged the buyer $31.36 for shipping, so I lost just a few cents on the shipping and got these out of here. Again, this is one of those items that I hope reaches its destination in time. As of the recording of this video, it hasn't moved according to the scans since it was dropped off at the post office. So we'll see how this all shakes out. Hopefully this stuff all makes it to its destination and everything that you have sold makes it to its destination in time so that we're not forced to be giving refunds or taking returns. Hopefully, in the event that we do, eBay and some of the other selling platforms will have our back a little bit on these and avoid at least any negative feedback or any dings to our seller status for these situations which are clearly out of our control. Again, please let me know in comments how you're faring with shipping, what kind of week you had. Hopefully it's been very good. And with that, we're going to close it for today. I hope you are all well and staying healthy. And now it's time to sell. Thanks, guys. Hey, everybody. Thanks for spending a little time with Galaxy CDs, Rocks, and Flips. If you'd like to spend a little more time, there's another video in the upper right-hand corner. If you'd like to spend a lot more time, you can subscribe down below.